Meet Thunderson and director Don.
So this week a lot of things have happened in the musical world, and one of them that has been trending this and the past 1 week is about scandals. In short, we can say or we can talk about them in Swahili saying scandal ama kiki. So scandal ama kiki ni wakati wenye unapata when an artist wants to release a song, they create a scandal. Maybe they have done a collab with a lady. They'll create a scandal. Maybe they are dating, or maybe this guy is courting this lady, or they are maybe in a relationship, or they are married. And one of the artists that was caught up in this thing was one man known as Willy Pose. This guy, few years ago, the kikis ama the scandals has made him strong. For example, some of the scandals that he did, he started with Nandi with the song Njiwa. The song did extremely well after some few baada ni pale kutudanganya pale, maybe wana date pale. After hapo akatupatia haleluya, akita Willy Paul akito bwana mkunaji. Then baada ya pale tukapata baada ya pale tena Willy Paul akatufanyia scandal nyingine which was the massive, ama ilikuwa kubwa sana, which was like a very big breakthrough for him, which was the song Yes I Do. Yes I Do ilikuwa kubwa by kutudanganya like Alain, kutuambia like ameoa Alain. And that particular time Alain used to come to Kenya so much. So whenever people saw Alain in Kenya and they saw this guy is taking picture together, blah blah blah, and then they thought that Willy Paul himself was dating Alain. So wakati yenye alikuwa na date na wakati yenye wali upload the picture that wamemari, it was a big stuff, ama it was like a big scandal. So people were like, hey, Willy Paul manza. So he was the talk of the town, and when the song came out, it was like I think like it was one of the best performing songs on YouTube back then at that particular time. Then the king of kikis ama the king of the scandals akusimamia pale, akaenda akapiga kiki nyingine pale na Avril, akafanya ngoma fulani inaitwa Coco. Coco didn't go that much well because I think Avril didn't play along well like the other artists wanakuanga. Unacheki kama Willy Paul venye alikuwa na Nandi pale, Nandi alikuwa na comment kwa picha ya Nandi pale na reply venye alikuwa pale na Alain hatukufuatilia sana, but the image ya Alain, since Alain has been a big brand, ilimtengenezea Willy Paul sana space na ilitengenezea Willy Paul sana fan base kubwa sana. So hiyo ngoma venye ilitoka ilikuwa very much well received. Then another song hiyo ilikuwa hiyo Coco. After kutoka nani akuisukuma sana like the lady akusukuma hiyo kiki, akusukuma hiyo scandal,
cooperate
embrace. Unajua kuna ile ni kama I think pia aliangalia story na family, anaweza jaribu kumess kidogo mzee aseme home. So on this other side ni kama embrace your scandal sana. So the song didn't do that much well. The song has like I think 2 million views. So if you see the song that I'm talking about, here's Willy Paul, one I think has 31 million, the other one I think has 24 million and above. Another big song that made it through the scandals ilikuwa Otile Brown, Chaguo la Moyo. Like the song was so much massive. And if you're very keen, also our Tanzanian friends wanafanyanga makiki sana. And then hizi makiki kama anaweza sema Bwana Simba amekuwa akifanya makiki mingi sana. And one thing about the scandals, one, they can either make you or they can destroy you. They can either maintain your identity or destroy it. For example, there's one scandal that happened like Lady A complained like this guy alimfanya something that was not okay. Then unajua to them ilikuwa scandal too, like normal thing, like itammekia jina nini uende pale kwa serikali nini. Then ikuwe like huyu msee ametengenezwa, ikuwe like ilikuwa uongo. So ikuwe like huyu msee ako sawa kwange na no problem. But little did these guys know that this scandal was making this other artist and destroying this other artist. So as much as you are doing the scandals, there are certain levels. And I'm also today the simple question I think I should be asking people today is do you think scandals still work till date? Because The recent one, this now new recent one that happened last week. Willy, like I think 2 weeks ago, Willy Paul alitokea pale na Jovial. Willy Paul quoted some words, akasema huyu ndamkula kama kitu fulani hapo, kama kasembe. Tamkula kama kasembe. So I didn't know what he was meaning there. That he said, like, to my Ugandan friends, this artist known as Willy Paul said, he commented on, he posted a post on Jovial's page, on Jovial's, and saying, I'll eat this one as posho. If I get her, I can eat her as posho. So people were like, oh, blah blah blah. They were dating, and they came out clean, saying like, you know what? Now we've been dating at now they are saying like, we want to date for long. We'll part ways. But I'm telling you what, we are here to stay. Then a few weeks later, what we were expecting, they released a song. People are like, we are used to. So my main question is, do you think like scandal still works in Kenya? Because I'm saying, I'm saying that is because happening with this, talking about like the previous scandal, our artist, after doing the scandal itself, and we were, you know, people are like, people are just normal. People are like, this is something normal. We are used to this guy. So they were actually they were waiting for the song. So when the song dropped, boom, the song boomed. So the song didn't go anywhere. So now they created another scandal. You see, there are two types of this. This was the first scandal, creating like you know, we are dating, blah blah blah, and then we release a song. Then later on, they removed the song on YouTube. They kept the song on private to hide it from the people.
Yeah.
This thing, this is not the first time it has happened. It has happened also to Otile Brown. There's a time he put those songs that are big in Otile Brown's like YouTube channel were dropped down. So people were searching for them, and they did not find it. So how is scandal normally happening maybe in Kenya? These people, they normally pay the maybe let's say the content creators, they pay bloggers and vloggers now to talk about these scandals. So maybe because they're trying to make sure like you get deep into the scandal itself. So everybody needs to be updated. But I think on my side, Don, I think nowadays scandal is losing its meaning now. Maybe in the maybe pushing like your project, or pushing like of your song.
Okay, with the same issue na scandals, I think this week we saw Ringtone releasing a new song featuring Zablon singers from Uganda, from Tanzania, sorry. And back then, he told us that he was quitting gospel and
going to do secular.
He will be doing secular music. But this week he surprised many, and you remember even he announced that he's not the chairman anymore for music.
Actually, with Ringtone, me I was expecting, because I know what he does. So whenever time he says like, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do that, I normally expect like Ringtone is going to release like a gospel song. It's sad for Ringtone to do secular music. You know, I think he's the king of collab right now. Leave alone Major. I think he's the king of, okay, in gospel.
He's holding the title.
Yeah, he's holding the title, because most of the songs, I'm not talking it bad, but I'm saying like most of the songs Ringtone has done so far, they are all collabos. The songs that you know, apart from those one like the long time ago, the ones that when he was starting, after doing it from Talanta Yangu continuing onwards, it has all been about collabos. And the collabos has, let me say like, to some point, it has accepted him.
Yeah.
And I think that's why he's relevant until date. And I think he knows how to like do the things, and he knows how to create scandal. Remember, there was this time he said like he's going to expose Guardian Angel. So people are like waiting him. You know, people know him as King of Udaku. So if you want like the sweet news about others, tune into his channel or to his Facebook account. You will see drama, or on his Instagram channel. So now he said like he was going to expose Guardian Angel at a certain specific time. So people are eagerly waiting to see what this guy was going to talk about Guardian Angel at this particular time.
Yeah.
And then he surprised many with just dropping their song like right on YouTube, like him featuring Guardian Angel. So with him, I think everything is always possible with him, but I don't think like this guy can backslide. Maybe if he backslides, maybe it's because of he wants publicity, you know. And most of the times he does this when he wants to release like projects,
a new song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you say about controversy still, I think we'll do more of the recaps that have taken place this week, and then we'll ask you, and we are continuing to ask you. You can drop in the comment section there and tell us, is it right for maybe what do you think about controversy? Maybe the future of music and the future of celebrity, the future of some artists that depend on controversy for their music to sell. Yeah. And according to you, is it right for artists to depend on controversy for their music to sell? Can't they just use
good music,
just good music, or a good strategy?
Or maybe there are like many ways like to market your songs. There are people who does marketing. You can just pay them and they do the marketing for you.
Yeah.
Let me take a good example with our brother and friend Otile Brown. Otile Brown, there was a time he was too much into Kiki. Until like any song that he wanted to release, the Kiki is outside there, blah blah blah. There's a time he was involved with Vera Sidika. You know what happened? Back then they were pushing the brand and everything. Then they were boom, they are dating. After the scandals A B C D, then now after he realized that the Kikis, the controversies are not working for him, Otile Brown started giving out like good music. I think only like 2 or 3 artists graced people's screens or YouTube channels or playlists during the COVID-19. I think it was Willy Paul. I can announce like 3 of them. I think it was Willy Paul. I think it was Major, and I think maybe Sauti Soul, and maybe like the Gengeton guys. But the main ones were Otile Brown and Willy Paul. And Major was the king of collab back then. Like, reason as to why I'm saying this, after after Otile, you know why I'm not talking about Willy Paul is because Willy Paul, you know what the kick is and everything. So every time he wants to release a song. But Otile Brown, during the COVID-19, he did like very big collabos, very big songs, but without any scandals. Apart from the one that he showed us, like his big songs on YouTube channels were dropped. That was the biggest one. Maybe, and we still don't know if it was maybe the problem with the management or those people that were pushing up the songs. And then there are many ways for, I think me on my side, I don't agree with the Kikis itself. I think after we are done with the Kiki, then from there now we will not want anything to do with your song.
Yeah.
We want to know, like, you know, Kenyans takunganele moyo udaki. I think Kenya is the only country whereby
they are used to that heat.
Yeah, I know Kenya is the only place whereby you can be going somewhere, then there is a certain sweet conversation going at your back. Then you want a light where you are supposed to alight. You alight in another stage because you want now to listen to the climax of the story. That's who we are.
And the story that doesn't even concern you.
Yeah, the story even it does not concern me.
Yeah.
Actually, it depends with who is telling the story.
Yeah.
So if you have my friends from the making like the story for you, you will enjoy it.
Yeah.
So now, most of us, we are always happy. We want to know the end.
Yeah, the climax.
We don't want like you just give us a little bit and then you leave us there. We want to know like what happened next. That's why you see when you say something, you are starting to say a story and it's sweet. You hear people say because we want to know more. So now, after you have given me music and then you told me like you did something, so I will go there and search you. I search your story, what happened. Then I click on your song to know who you are. After knowing who you are, then I'll be like, what happened next? Then the story is hanging. So I'll be like, because some of the songs after the scandals, they don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
they just stop there. They like there's normally like a certain number of views that these songs don't surpass. So if you are an artist, just do good work, good music, and involve like more strength. Because if you talk about these artists that they are making scandals, I think these artists, they have the strength to push higher and fast, and they can go very far. They have the energy, they have the content, they have the songs, they have the ideas. But now the problem comes in here. When you create this one, it's like it is kind of trying to make them lazy. On my side, I think it's making them lazy. How? Because if you are depending on this Kiki to push your song, it definitely means what? You don't want to pay those people that are marketing the songs. You don't want to struggle to push the songs to other places. So you are trying to use other ways to make it there. So I think the best way, the right way to do it, just manze, do good music, push it outside there. There are many artists, like I can say, like I can take a good example of Yasinski. This guy, when he came back, there were no scandals about him, nothing happened. He was only giving out music, and people followed him. People didn't know like where this guy lives, what he does, what he eats. Even let's say like our the father of comedy here in Kenya, like Churchill. People don't know about him, like apart from the comedy that he gives and where he works. From there, you don't know the family, who the wife is, who the kids are, where he lives. Most people don't know that unless you are the neighbors. So I think the best thing is just do your part, do your work. Give us what you want to see. We want to see that thing. You know? Yeah, that's like my own point. I'm a venye mimi nafikiria. So if you are an artist and you want to push your brand, make sure if you know like you're not into kikis, because at one point people will get tired. Because now as much as yes we kuna I think kuna wale asanii wenye tushazoea, like kuna venye wakitaka kufanya kitu venye wanajibehavingi. So kuna venye ni kama umeshajua mtoto wako, kuna venye unajua venye anabehavingi. So inakamingi unajua venye utareact time yenye anadai kufanya kitu fulani, unaelewa kabisa. Yeah, so I think the best thing is just do your part, do your work. Give us what you want to see. It's like it is kind of trying to make you want to push your brand. Make sure if you know like you're not into kikis, because at one point people will get tired. Because now as much as yes we kuna wale I think kuna wale asanii wenye tushazoea, like kuna venye wakitaka kufanya kitu venye wanajibehavingi. So kuna venye ni kama umeshajua mtoto wako, kuna venye unajua venye anabehavingi. So inakamingi unajua venye utareact time yenye anadai kufanya kitu fulani, unaelewa kabisa. Yeah, so we are talking about scandals here and there. So I want you guys to tell us what do you think about scandals? What do you think like the scandals inaweza sustain msanii, ama inaweza push, inaweza help kupush kazi ya an artist, ama the brand of an artist? On that note, by the way, did you know like Bahati, the former MP aspirant, has released a new song on YouTube. Is known as Muhesh.
I didn't know. Actually, I'm aware about the controversy that he was creating before the releasing that song. Like on that topic of controversy, we can add about Bahati. That there was some news trending. It was almost 2 weeks before
you released the song.
Well, it was actually 3 that people were just asking that where is Bahati?
Actually, after the election.
And they were saying I saw Dan Marwe posting on a social media platform saying that we should pray for Bahati. And then there was some few artists that one of them being Ringtone. They were saying that he was concerned about the health of Bahati, especially after losing the Madare seat. So and then there was these things that they were saying that he was going through depression, and people were just praying for him. Others were saying that politics was not for him. Understand? And then apart from maybe Asian politics and everything, I was asking myself, maybe now creating a controversy and saying that a person was going through depression, and in real sense it wasn't true. What do you think about that?
To me, on the other side, I think that was just a planned stuff. Because even Ringtone talking about these guys, they know each other, they talk, they meet up, and they do everything. So they would have just said it clearly. This guy is releasing a song. Let us be ready and be patient to wait for it. So he wanted to he wanted us to have the thirst for his music. I don't know if it has worked. Maybe you can tell us maybe at the comment section.
And we can ask before we wind up. We can ask ourselves. Yesterday I was watching an interview of presenter Ali. He was hosting with Pastor T on his show, and he was asking Pastor T, like what are the merits and like what are the advantages and disadvantages of maybe coming up with a controversy. And one of them, like when we can reflect with the now Bahati issue, was about like creating controversy about your well-being and health and maybe family. It's not a very good show, and he was saying like some things are just like inviting some spirits into your life, things that were not there. So with Bahati using depression as a leeway for like controversy, I saw that that was being weird and playing with people's emotions. And you see, a person may pray for you, like you see when you tell a person to pray for you on something that is you are not experiencing, like you are playing around with their prayers, you see that's another thing. Like people will watakuonea huruma, say like, oh yeah, this guy was just making in another depression, you see, God help him, and in this sense you are just playing. Understand that in the future may invite you. And I was giving a reference with this, like there was we remember, you know, this story of a person like was saying like, come help me. That he was screaming, come help me, hyena is eating me up. And then the people come and to his rescue, and then they say that person responds that like, I was just playing. And then there's no hyena. And then the second time the same. Now the third time the hyena came in real sense and ate him up and they were screaming for help, and the people assume that that's a normal story, we have used to that, you understand. So I think even if you are an artist out there and you are trying to use a controversy for your music to get out there, try something else, not about family, about your health and everything.
You know, before I said on my side, you should not have controversies. Reason being, one, it sometimes it will make people not to listen to your music at one point after the controversy is done. Another thing that controversy does, whenever now the time that we'll be in that serious situation, people won't take it seriously, or people won't focus on it. People will think that you are just creating a controversy even if you are dead. So sometimes it's good to be real and to be you. So if you are an artist, as much as you want to create controversies, know the borders. Don't joke with that maybe about your parents. Don't joke with your kids. Don't do controversies with your wives, because remember, internet never forgets. 10 years from now, will you be happy when your kid will be watching what you talked about him or her or on the internet,
or even the grandkids?
Do you think they'll be happy at some point, you trying to make money out of them by saying bad things about them? Because there was this person that was saying like, oh, no, this is not my child, blah blah blah, and so is not your child. You know, now you'll be happy saying it, but now when the kid grows and looks at it in a, you know, we all have like different capabilities of viewing things. So when I find out like I am the one who like was bringing problems to you, ABCD, you never wanted me, you see, it will bring certain hatred between me, or it will bring hatred towards you. I'll be hating you because of something that you did way back. So it's normally good, like if you are doing controversies, focus on yourself. I can say like the likes of what Pose does, I'm not supporting it, but at least it is better. It's not involving like his family, blah blah blah. It's just relationship stuffs, which is maybe they have talked to the spouses, like I want to do, we want to do blah blah blah, this and this aspect. So sometimes it's normally, you know, even though it's bad also, because the lady that they are doing controversies with, one day is a mom or now is a mom, the lady is confusing the kids. You understand? So sometimes it is normally good, like as much as you are making controversies, but I've come to understand like people can do anything to be relevant, or maybe to be seen on the media.
So I think for you to learn more, you can go check that interview out for presenter Ali hosting Pastor T on the show. there on YouTube, and then you'll learn more about the spiritual aspect. Even apart from the spiritual aspect, there are other issues like disadvantages. It was focusing more, like, yes, it has advantage, you will gain followers, but maybe followers they will not help you. So you can go to that interview for more details. There. Support Lightcast TV there on YouTube
by
subscribing. And then you can also subscribe to Just One Time International and our other YouTube channel there and support us. And then you can support DJ Martinic there, subscribe to his YouTube channel for like
amazing mixes,
amazing gospel mixes there. And on Facebook, just follow us and give us a like if possible, and we'll thank you, Sindio.
So stay tuned, stay put till we meet again next time. I've been your host, Don Martin Tryon,
and I am Thunder Sun.
So see you next week, same place, same time.
Meet Thunder Sun and Director Don.